I remember I got a book on my bookshelf that's called Stand Straight Without Strain. I can't remember the author.
I don't think I know the author. I don't think I know the book.
Who was giving a way of grabbing hold with both hands to your top hair and lifting.
No.
Something
that's
like that. Which is rather a different description from a subtle force going through the hands.
Yes.
At least through somebody else's hands.
Yes, right.
If you were to compare teachers nowadays, recently qualified, and teachers qualified some years back, do you think that teachers are getting better and better equipped for teaching, or do you think they're getting worse and worse?
They could hardly get worse. Because when the first lot of qualified were pretty bloody awful. Some of them have got better since then. Myself included, I hope. But there's teachers starting out now. It rather depends on where they've been taught, whether they've had their training. The training varies so much that it is no longer at all a unified training.
How could one make it more unified? Do any suggestions?
I have no idea at all, except by killing off all Alexander teachers and starting again. I don't think that's a possibility. I don't know.
I think we better leave out any specific names of there's no really point getting that down.
I think so, yes, I think so. Yeah.
Just create neck stiffening and down pulling.
Yes.
Do you think that the training course has a responsibility for suggesting to a teacher, to a future teacher, how to set up a teaching practice, what the room ought not to look like, and what hours ought not to be taught, and how to avoid running into text problems, things like that?
It might be useful. I don't think it's a necessity. It's quite a useful thing to do. Yeah.
We see quite a lot of the technique being associated with Tai Chi and yoga on weekend courses and week courses here and there. What do you think about the association with these different
In theory, there's no reason why they shouldn't be associated. The point is that in order to be valuable, the Alexander technique must be the important part of any association. If the Tai Chi or what have you is the dominant importance, then the Alexander technique will be lost. It must be. Until the importance of what happens inside is dominant. Now, I've seen people talk Tai Chi, people who have had God knows how many lessons, and their use is still bad. And the teacher, who was a brilliant teacher, didn't know it. Or if he did know it, he didn't see it, he didn't make any effort to change it. Now, this, of course, is ridiculous. What people should learn is the use of the soul, and then bring it to Tai Chi or what have you.
Do you think the technique should involve itself with what a person ought to eat, or what they don't ought to eat, choice of food?
I think choice of food is very important. I don't think it's really the duty of the teacher of the technique to do more than suggest to people. I think if people, if a teacher notices someone eating the most disgusting stuff, it might be a good idea to try and prevent it. But I don't think it's a job of a teacher of the Alexander technique to lay down the rules of eating and so forth.
There's been a lot of fights around in Stat over the years, and especially about 3 or 4 years. I think there was something going, wasn't it? Do you think Stat is a useful body?
That's a nice question. I'm not sure.
How would you like to see the technique developing from where it is at the moment?
I don't see any hope for the technique developing properly from where it is at the present moment.
Would you like to expand on that?
Yes. I think there are too many bad teachers and too much bad training.
And we've been into what could be done about that and didn't.
Yeah.
In what way do we find that the technique it has changed, if it has changed since Alexander died?
I think there's been a great deal of diversification of what is understood as the Alexander technique. Alexander himself, I think, was quite clear on what he wanted done. He wasn't very good at teaching it. He was not a good teacher. He was a brilliant technician. He was brilliant with his hands. But he was not good at getting his ideas into other people's heads. It's not his fault. He wasn't that sort of man. He was a pioneer and a discoverer, but he wasn't a teacher. And I think that's one of the reasons why the thing has gone so bad since then. That he wasn't able to get his ideas into other people's heads.
Does that mean that one ought to have, say, psychology on the training course, or?
God forbid. As psychology is generally understood. I mean, there are some psychologists the same, but not very many.
I think that's about it. I don't think that I have any questions down here that we didn't look into. So if you've got anything to add,
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes.
In that case, thank you very much.
Not at all. Pleasure.
Want to call it off, please?
Not at all.